Well, I am delighted to bring you this exclusive comparison between the two top Lotus cars outside of the 311. These are the two fastest cars that Lotus will sell you currently. It's been a fascinating comparison to see how this new 430 motor feels with 200 kilos less. Thanks to the good people at Bell & Colville, I was able to answer all the big questions. So hop on board for a few laps around Castle Combe Circuit and Silverstone as we find out which is the top dog Lotus track day car.
We're just touched it. Now that is an Exige 430 Cup. Well, probably not. Thinking about it. So anyway, have a look at an Exige 430 Cup. Let's see what one of those can do. I think this is a real serious match for one of those. So here we are, both flat out. A little bit understeer through there, not a problem. He's trying a bit, but this is the corner here. Oh my God! Look at the gain through there. Not giving up anything on the straights. Now hopefully I'll be able to have a go in that later. Look how the Exige gets a little bit corkscrewy through there. A little bit unsettled. See, I could just lean on this. Stay in fourth. Oh gosh, this is scalp hunting weather. I think this has got too much for a stock 311. There's the corner that just skips us. I've got the 311 hot pursuit now, but I think he's in for a shock. That's where I'm really gapping the Exige through there. But yes, I don't know how hard that Cup 430 was pushing, but we had his number in this. and when you consider the weight difference, I think people ought to start, those who want a track day car should perhaps start looking at these. This model is particularly good for someone that loves the Exige and loves track day cars, because it's the closest you'll get to that, but it's a much nicer road car on top. So it feels a bit like a win-win to me. I'm pretty bowled over. As I said, it's actually slightly more friendly, progressive at the limit than the 410. But to counter that, I'll say the 410 is massively fun. You could argue more fun, but then come to a circuit and do that. Suddenly it's hard to argue that it's more fun. Because that is fun, folks. Oh my days. Thank you. Thanks. Right, so this, folks, is a real treat. This is the Exige Cup 430. And why not throw in a 311? So this is at Silverstone Grand Prix. Well, you can immediately feel the extra weight in the steering. More physical car to drive, but I love that. It feels meaty. Very smooth. This is where it feels fantastic. flexible, agile, communicative, and less understeering through the tight technical stuff. Here, easy flat and this, less flat. Now the brakes are so good, that was braking too early. Nice little bit of rotation. Like it could do with some setup, a little bit of setup work to do. That M3's on slicks, if you believe it. Such a noisy car though. Not long louder. My God, it's pulling over 150 here to braking stone, and even there, that's too early on the brakes. Fabulous brakes. Slightly scruffy that, and this is sort of what this car is all about. Animal of the thing. Exciting. Here, it feels better. Again, I'm lifting here when I should be flat. It's a little bit more positive on the slower corners. Stowe corner. What a great corner. Okay, so it's a lot noisier in here, it's a lot more visceral, it's a bit looser and wilder, and there's more communication, and that is what makes the Exige stand out even among other great class cars. That's all here in spades. Gearbox, fabulous. there is a little bit of push understeer if you get on the throttle. Part of that is because it comes in too hard. I'm fascinated to compare with the GT430 because that is just more stable and more composed. This is more communicative and it just feels fabulous. I know I'm a long time Exige owner, but what an utterly wonderful, it's thrilling, inspiring car. So thank you again, Ben and Colville. Not sure if any of this has come out, but thank you again for letting me drive this spectacular car. It's really interesting for me to see the difference between them. What a wild ride this is.
So in conclusion then, the Evora GT430 is the absolute paragon of composure on circuit. It's almost serene through the high-speed corners. The power steering allows you to lap hard without breaking a sweat, whereas the Exige in comparison is quite the workout and something of a drama queen, but massively entertaining. Lap times were broadly similar, which is not how they feel. The Exige feels quite a bit quicker in a straight line. There's added venom to the way the Exige accelerates, and on the brakes it stops even better. With smaller wheels, the gearing is ultimately lower, helping the Exige achieve up to 10 miles an hour quicker down the end of Hanger Straight, which supports my suspicion that the Evora is actually making more downforce. Now, both cars would have benefited from some setup work for each of the two tracks. Over Castle Comb's notorious bumps, the Evora definitely felt like it had an advantage. The lack of limited slip diff in the Exige was noticed. I think we are now at the point where a limited slip diff would benefit an Exige, but the unassisted steering and agility of the Exige remain peerless. There is a sense perhaps that Lotus were chasing drama as well as lap time with the Exige. The Evora achieved similar performance, seemingly with less fuss and with greater efficiency. But the way a sports car makes you feel is ultimately more important than the cold numbers it produces. By this measure, the Exige is a total triumph. It absolutely immerses your senses, making every lap an utterly indelible experience. Could this assault on the senses ever become tiresome? I'm not sure. It'd certainly be fun finding out. Without a doubt, it left me wanting more. But the Evora was never less than a class act. Where the Exige felt at times at the limit of what was advisable for the chassis, the Evora felt like it could comfortably handle another 50 horsepower, maybe even more. It's deeply engaging and immersive to drive in its own right. And uniquely, in my experience, for a road car, it offers a taste of genuine aerodynamic downforce. You could easily argue a convincing case for either one. Let me know which way you'd go in the comments below, and thanks as always for watching.